Is that the wisdom of happiness also to keep, you know, you look healthy, you look happy, and is that also happiness, what you embody?
You know, I feel pretty good right now. Yeah, I mean, my kids are healthy. That's the first thing I think of. The people who say, "How are you?" And I think, "Oh, my kids are good. My kids are healthy and they're doing well." So, as a father, you know, that's where I'm coming from. But I feel pretty good. You know, I'm an old man now. Someone said they were introducing someone. They were 82. They said, "Very old." This very old man. He was 82 years old, and I'm thinking, I used to think 82 was very old also, but I'm only 7 years away from 82 now.
That's so funny. I have that also. You get older and you look at other people, you think, oh my God, they're really old. And then you think, I am that old, you know. That's funny how it changes with age. But is the wisdom of happiness with age more there, do you think, through our lives? We understand better through the experiences we have what happiness
well, hopefully.
Really, yeah.
You know, the more experiences we have, the more chances we have to learn. You know, His Holiness says, you know, I could probably stop my thinking, but what would be the point?
Yes.
You know, he said, I mean, the whole meditative process doesn't say stop your brain. It's just stop following your brain.
Yeah.
Stop following the thoughts. And unfortunately, with human beings have a lot of negative thoughts or afflictive thoughts, afflictive emotions and without training, human beings follow them and hold on to them. But with training, you can let them go.
Yeah.
They come, let it go. Come, oh, look at it. Another one, oh, let it go.
Is that what you learned from the Holiness? Because I saw the documentary, of course, and it is that you look at things and we know the world is in array. We know we have crisis, social injustice, and still we have to change our way of looking at it. How do you think the Holiness can impact to that, can make us happier, look in a different light on things which are happening?
Well, I think there's two poles we have to stay away from. One, materialism, which is that the world exists the way it appears to exist, and that I exist the way I appear to exist, and I appear to be separate. I mean, your body's over there, and my body's over here. It's separate in space, which is not true. You know, we're so deeply interconnected. And so that materialism is false. Then the other one's saying, well, things are empty of inherent existence, which is true, but it's not empty in the sense that there's no responsibility. There's still cause and effect.
Yes.
So I'm still responsible within the world, in the dream of this world, of the universe that we coexist in, which may be a complete mental projection based on our prejudices and our concepts. Those are two extremes we don't want. So this sense of wisdom that sees, wow, this is all a very dreamlike universe. Yeah. But I see people suffering within the dream of this universe, like I do. I don't want them to suffer anymore. Yeah. What can I do to remove their suffering as well as my own suffering? So a sense of responsibility starts to evolve. And you see that perfected in His Holiness the Dalai Lama.
Yeah.
The wisdom and the compassion together.
But also, you know, I think that it's so hard in times like that, you know, you just said materialism is a problem, you know, that people are getting greedy. On the other hand, what is your
Yeah, but I say that in terms of philosophy too, when I say materialism and not just consumerism, but materialism in the sense that things are hard, existent from their own side, empirically true.
Yeah.
That is not factual. That is ignorant. Yeah. So it's not just the kind of everyday sense of greed and materialism and like that.
But I know that you're a Buddhist since such a long time already. But on the other hand, you're also in the industry, in the Hollywood industry. Was that ever a stretch to you, you know? No? How did you juggle that?
You don't have to. It's just a job.
Yeah.
It's a job like any other job. You know, there's more focus on it. You know, maybe, you know, the people are prettier and it's bigger on a screen. Now it's like everyone sees it home, so we're all smaller than we used to be.
True, that's true. But also, you know, for me, it's like you have this friendship and you are with the Dalai Lama over such a long time also already. If you have a different opinion, a different view on things, how do you discuss it, or are you always the same opinion?
How do I discuss this?
Yeah, you know, I'm sure the holiness is open for different opinions, for different way of lives. If you say,
Buddha,
"Oh, I don't
Buddha,
agree with you,"
no, the Buddha said, don't do things because I say you should do it. Let's explore it yourself. Test it. Yeah. If it doesn't work for you or it doesn't fit, let it go. He said, don't do it just because. Make it personal, in other words. Make it your own because you explored it. You looked at it with your mind, you looked at it with your heart, you analyzed it. You know, the Buddha used the metaphor of gold. Yeah. He said, well, it looks like gold. It's gold color, but, you know, you test it, you really look at it, you scrape it, you try to burn it, and then you go, oh, it's gold. The same thing with philosophy. Yeah. You know, test it. Yeah. If it doesn't help you, let it go.
But last question, you mentioned your kids, and I know you're going to move to Spain now, and I wanted to know a personal thing. How do you bring your beliefs, your lifestyle, I say, your Buddhism, to your kids, and how hard it is for the new generation to adapt? Double question.
I mean, I don't teach Buddhism with my kids, you know, but I do. You teach kids by your own behavior, not by what you say. You know, I'm always touched with my first son, who's 24 now, and he's becoming an actor. He's actually very good.
Good looking, by the way, Homer, right?
He's a really good actor. I was almost hoping he wouldn't be, so I could say, forget it. But he's really good. But I remember when he was a young kid and he was leaving school, and I had taught him that everything is, and the way I behaved, everything has a life force. You know, the birds have a life force, the insects have a life force, everything. The trees have a life force. Everything has, and they have some sense, everything has a mother and a father and brothers and sisters, cousins, everything. So we were leaving school one day on a path, and all the kids and parents and he said, stop, everyone. And there was some kind of an insect was crossing the path, and he didn't want anyone to step on it. So he just carefully picked it up and put it off in the bushes. And he said, okay. And I thought,
he got it.
Really nice.
Thank you so much, Richard.